Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Can you hear the noise? Because we turn on the fan.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay.
I've seen your before we start this class. I have a question.
Okay.
I have a favor. Because when I do Cambly, some tutor speak too much because I want to practice speaking, but some tutors speak a lot, and I'm not good at listening. So please speak slowly.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, do you want to start by introducing yourself first?
Yes. I'm a housewife and I'm in my late 30s. And after COVID, I've started to study English. Suddenly, that time I have to stuck at home, so I thought, what can I did? So I started to suddenly I want to speak English well. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm so distracted because of my husband over there. 여보, 좀 딴 데 갔어 지금. He is arranging packages. Because I ordered something online. And I have no kids. We are child free.
Oh, but there are children's books right there. I see them.
Can you see them?
Yeah.
This is for me.
Oh, really?
because I've heard reading books a lot really helpful. So I thought about that. Always I always gave up. I used to give up reading books because it wasn't my level. I used to start with Harry Potter like that, but
too hard.
Yeah, too hard. It's really hard. Even Wimpy Kid really hard.
Yeah, for sure.
So come to think of it, I thought the kindergarten level is good for me. It's really short, and it has also there's a lot of vocabulary I don't know, so I started from the scratch.
Okay, that's good.
So I have a lot of kids books.
Okay.
Wow. What?
Go ahead.
I've seen your profile. Have you visited Korea before?
Oh, yeah, I used to live there.
Oh, really? Where have you lived?
So my Korean hometown, I guess, is like Seoul, of course, and it's 서대문구.
서대문구.
Yeah, that was my
home. Were you student that time?
Yeah, I graduated from Ihwa, so that was.
이화 여자대학교?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, good. How was your Korean life?
Oh, it was interesting, but I think it's different because I had to go to school, and then after school I taught English to kids. I did kwawe, so I had to pay for my tuition, and that's how I did it. So it was very busy, but it was good.
Oh, have you made Korean friends a lot here?
Some of them. Hmm.
Oh, how do you make Korean friends? How
At
did you
school,
make?
at school, and I also did taekwondo at a taekwondo-jang, so I made friends there.
Did you learn have you learned taekwondo?
Here, well, in Korea, I did.
Oh, wow. Was it good? Was it
Yeah,
fun?
yeah, I loved it.
Okay.
Did you learn?
Huh?
Did you learn taekwondo before?
No. I've never learned taekwondo. When I was little, my mom suggested me to learn taekwondo. But I was so introverted that time, so I rejected. I rejected.
Yeah, it can be hard if you are. Me too. I am very shy, so it was difficult. But my 관장님, he was very like, "Oh, come on."
Oh.
Come on. So it was okay.
Oh, good. Could you make a correction for me when I speak a wrong sentence? And do you have any question?
Yeah, actually. So, do you want? Why are you studying English? If you do not have children and it's not for your job, then what is your reason?
I wondered if you feel many Korean people want to speak English. Speaking English feels like never-ending homework. And I thought if I can speak English, I think I can get more chance from anything, such as YouTube. I'm growing my YouTube channel, and it's almost I have almost 800. But someday I want to make a video in English. And I also like to teach something. So when I speak, when I improve my English, I want to help other foreigner who who study Korean.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess in my experience, usually Korean women study English for their kids or sometimes for their job. But YouTube is sort of maybe like a job hobby for you.
Yeah.
So for you, it's like a professional development.
And actually, my goal is when I fluent, I want to teach Korean adults.
Oh, you want to teach Korean adults English?
Adults too, because it means I speak English really well. So that is my final goal.
Wow. So you want to teach English to Korean adults as like a job?
Oh yeah.
Wow, okay.
But how do you think, how long does it take How long do you think does it take? 아닌데.
No, you're close. How long do I think it will take to become fluent enough?
Have you studied Korean?
Of course, I had to take the graduation exam, and half of that for me was in Korean. So,
how long did you take to be fluent?
That really depends on how much time you study every day. So I started studying Korean my second year in Korea. So 2017, I began, but it was only a little bit every day. Just like I would learn like 자동차 or 자전거, like these sort of things. But in my third year and my fourth year, I would study for maybe 2 hours a day, every single day, always. Every chance I would have, I would read everything.
From third year?
My third year, like 3학년 in my university. But that is when things got better. So it depends like how hard you want to do it. Like how 열심히 you want to focus on studying English.
Actually, I also study 2 hours a day. Not these days, because these days I'm in slump. But before I used to study 2 hours a day, but I cannot feel improved.
Yeah, you will not feel improved like from today to tomorrow to next week. But for me, right, I studied Korean so hard every day.
So like, hard, 2 hours?
Yeah, like So I would have maybe like 10 notebooks that I would write through all of them. And then I would take the subway to go to work, and I'm reading my notebook like crazy. It was like my life became Korean. And I thought, there's no 차이점 없어요. Like there was no difference between day 1 to day 2. Like I was very sad and frustrated. But then, like maybe after 2 months, right? I look back and I think, oh, wow, I'm so much better than before.
Oh, really? 2 months?
Yeah, 2 months later. And then 4 months after that, I'm like, oh my God, so much better than before. When I came to Korea in 2016, I couldn't speak at all. Nothing.
I couldn't speak?
Me. I could not speak Korean at all.
I didn't hear the first thing. I didn't hear.
In 2016, when I first moved to Korea, I could not speak any Korean at all.
Yeah.
And I never went to some class. I never had some special training. I just taught myself most of the time. And by my second, like 2.5 to 3 years, I was almost fluent.
For 2 years? 2 or 3 years?
Yes, but for the first year, I did not study Korean.
Oh, yeah.
So it was about 1.5 year it took for me to be like half fluent.
Half what?
Half fluent, like semi-fluent.
Yeah.
And then by year 4, I can teach kindergarten students English in Korean. So like I could teach how to use it in Korean language. So that was how high my skill was by my 4th year.
Oh, wow. I think teaching is really, teaching someone will make me improve. Because I know well, then I can teach them.
So that was like my biggest moment, like when I could teach kindergartens English, but teaching English in Korean, I was like, oh yeah, well.
You must have prepared a lot before the class.
Yeah, my first time was like, not so good.
How to say in Korean like this and
But after time, it became so natural that actually here
really?
it's a little weird for me to teach 100% in English because I'm so used to like flipping in Korean, like so teaching like 100% in English is like new for me.
I hope I want to be like you.
You're doing the right steps. With the chicken licking.
Like yeah.
Doing the right things. Me too. I have a little tiny.
Really? Yeah.
And that's how I start too.
So I will try to talk about how I study English. First, reading books a lot, and next, watching shows, YouTube video or Netflix shows in English. But I know how good watching shows in English for me, but sometimes it feels like I don't study. You understand? It feels like I play. I get along. I spend the time. And sometimes I try to write journal in English, but really, but it's hard to keep going.
But keep going. It's so good.
Really? It's really so good.
Yeah.
Even if there's no person who correct my sentence.
Yeah, that's still okay.
Really?
Why it is because you have to think. Like listening to English, I am making the sentence. So you don't have to work to just hear it. But when you write something out, you have to think, okay, how do I make the sentence? How do I use this vocabulary? How do I get my meaning in English? That is so good.
Really? So did you also do this? Did you also writing journal?
And that's also like my favorite homework to give to my kids. They have to write even if it's just 2 sentences, that's fine. But if you can give it a little bit of something, and then I will fix my kids' paper, then we review it. But that is so good, so good, so good. And I see you have a dog.
A dog? Can you see?
I saw him earlier.
Yes. One of my dog is lying on the floor. Here, come here. She is Kongi. I have 2 dogs.
I know this sounds a little silly, but if you can talk to your dogs in English, that will help.
Actually, I've tried to talk to my dog in English before, but I want to speak something to my dog, but I don't know how to say in English. Speak English.
But just if you try, then because I did that too. I had cats in Korea, and whenever I would feed them, I would say like "밥 시간, 밥이야." It kind of makes it more natural.
And I thought I could understand, because even if I don't know how to speak, I have a chance to wonder, chance to be curious how to say.
And yeah, maybe you can go on Papago and like look up like how to say something.
Yeah.
And the most important part is when you speak to an animal, you have like a little bit more voice, like it's a little bit more playful. it's not too serious. It's not too like 똑바로. Like you don't have to be like when you talk to a dog. You can be very anything, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's no stress.
Oh, yeah, right. I don't feel embarrassed. So you think writing is the best way to improve English?
먼저 first is reading. That's
reading? Reading.
Because it has the proper grammar.
Proper grammar. Actually, when I start to study English, I feel frustrated because I don't know some expressions or vocabularies. But so that's why I start to read. That's why I start to read, because first I thought I make an input a lot. When I know a lot of vocabulary or expression, then I make a right sentence or vocabulary. So you choose the first thing is reading books.
Yes.
Then second is writing.
And when you read, you should also read with your mouth out loud.
Yeah, I always choose books with the audio.
Oh,
file.
That's good.
So when I read the books, I always play the audio, and actually I pause. I make a pause.
You pause
a lot. Every single sentence, because I don't. I have a lot of words I don't know, but I think listening and reading is important. Because
you really should also say it. So like for chicken, like I think the characters they went to, is it The Sky is Falling? Is that what Chicken Licken is about? I've read that book so many times. I don't do better.
Really?
But if there's a sentence, let's say, the dog barked, okay? Then you read it, you can hear it, but you must say with your mouth, the dog barked, because there's different muscles. So like English muscles and Korean muscles are different.
Yeah, right. Actually, one day I was surprised because, do you know Hello Talk? I am using Hello Talk. Some good people always let me know my wrong pronunciation, but I found something interesting. I thought I make a right pronunciation, like difficult. I say difficult before difficult. Someone said it's wrong, so she says difficult, but I can find the difference that time. So what is the difference between difficult and difficult? So I thought D sounded difficult. I say D, but she said D. Right?
No, it's the ending that's different.
So really?
You're saying difficult, that's right, versus difficult. And so when you have so your tongue is around here, but it's difficult, so it's lower. You need to get down. So that's why I always say practice with your mouth, because when I first did Korean, after maybe 20 minutes, it's like my muscles are tired.
Yeah, and I feel so annoyed because I practiced the pronunciation a lot, so it feels car sick. It felt like a car sick.
Yeah, because they're different muscles. Because Korean tongue is always like here when you use. So like, for example, most American people cannot say 아들 because we don't
really?
have in our, in English, there's no sound.
아들.
Like we would say 아들 in English. So you can hear that, right? If I want to say son, and an American person says adel, you're like, adel. Because we don't have that where you take your tongue and go we say like this. Not So difficult is like that.
Difficult. Now I'm okay?
Yeah.
그럼 if I want to pronounce well, sounds good, I make a sound the back side.
Yeah. So in English, we are either here or here. And Korean is like 사이에, like in the middle. So a lot of people get 배우다 and 뛰다 mixed up.
배우다 and what?
뛰다.
뛰다.
So like that's learn and run. But people always have a like Korean it's like a mix, and so when they say 배우다, I'm like 뛰다.
Right. The hardest part is listening the difference. Wow. Do you have any recommendation to study English method?
So I always recommend the books. When you read, like I said, read with your mouth too. And if you find something is very difficult, I know it's so annoying, but read it many times.
Yeah. The same book?
The same sentence. Like if there's a sentence, like for me, the hardest part for Korean for me was sa, like just the basics ha, because we always say sa in English. But Korean for like sarang, you say it with your tongue, like a not a you say For us, that's actually we call that a lisp. So that's an incorrect way to speak in English. So I had to teach myself how to speak wrong so that I could speak Korean. It was so weird. So I had to just sit in my house and go sa over and over again.
By the way, how do you catch you make a wrong pronunciation?
So this is usually where you need the native speaker, because I thought I was saying it right, but then my Korean friends are like, "아니야, you're saying with your teeth."
아니야. So I want to meet a foreign friend because I cannot catch the wrong pronunciation.
I know the most basic ones. So like I said, the L words that start with L, Koreans usually get that mixed up. And girl is another one. They always say girl.
I know.
Some people have struggles with the F and TH, like th. So anything that involves the front of your mouth, like your lips and your teeth, and the hya, your tongue, like back here.
And when I say thought, I already say thought. But whenever I heard the pronunciation, it sounds like thought.
Yeah, and
thought
that's how
is better.
Thought.
Not
thought. Thought.
But many Korean people say thought. And scissors and razor. Many Korean people say eraser.
Eraser.
Eraser. Recently I found out.
Yeah, usually they say eraser.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Sir.
There's 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That was really good time.
I hope this was helpful.
I've already booked 2 weeks, but later I hope you see you soon again.
Yes, me too.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.